flushing the newly cleaned toilet. I'm Mike Dimas, and this is Pinball Shenanigans. Welcome back, boys and girls. Oh, let's move my hand over so we don't get any hairy footage. I haven't seen any hairy footage in a while, so I think I've learned my lesson. Thank you, Sean Russell, my buddy, for helping me achieve this space and getting TX up the stairs. Thanks again. Mucho apreciando. And let's lean to the left here. Thanks to my brother, Kevin Graisley, for making this awesome piece of art that I am going to find a space for. Even though I don't have any wall for it, I'm going to find wall where no wall exists. Because I have been working on that. I was walking around the basement staring at the walls for 5-10 minutes again, like I typically do when I'm trying to find space for something. And look, this is underway. This is the other piece of cabinet art Kevin made from his Strange Science. I just got to prop that up and found space for that there. So that's going to be pretty freaking cool. I just had to remove just a few little things that I'll find space for elsewhere. Also, thank you to Dave Still from Pinball. Here, let's zoom in here. Pinballrom.com. I got my 7-piece ROM set for South Park that has the profanity swearsies on it. And apparently a munching carpet video mode or something like that, which sounds pretty friggin' interesting. I wonder what that would look like in color. I don't even know what it looks like in orange dots yet. Thanks again, Kevin G, for tagging on to your order there. Got me a switch for Cartman, if needed. Another switch. You know what? I was looking at Marco today in my cart, which still had my old stuff in it since Kevin ordered my crap. So I emptied my cart, but this is now out of stock. I might have got the last fluorescent one. That was lucky. And my Cartman topper. Also, I've noticed in some photos on Pinside that the subway on others' machines seem to be clear. Mine is blue. Why? I do not know, but that's pretty cool. Okay, so a couple of things I've been doing over here, as you can see. I've been making a mess as usual. I also read in the thread that it's beneficial to use... this is the Pinside South Park Owners Club thread. That it is useful to use non-ghosting LEDs. And it got me thinking. Most of the LEDs I put in were non-ghosting, but there were a few that were not. So actually, let's turn on the machine. For example, these two guys I did not use non-ghosting, and they were flickery. So I tried to put in... Oh, I got the coin door shut. Whoa. Come on there. Yes. Okay, coin door is now open. So solenoids aren't going to go crazy. So I put in non-ghosting LEDs that I got from Eddie Drazzo's store, and they're not flickering anymore. So you'll see the difference. See these guys? Looks like they're not always, but at times they're they look fine right now. A second ago they were looking a little blinky. These guys here. Yeah, you can see it's kind of a little flickery. Anyway, changing to non-ghosting completely resolved these guys. These guys sometimes flicker, but I also noticed, I think that's only in attract mode thus far. I don't know if it works. I don't think they flicker they don't flicker in lamp test. They do in attract mode. I do not know if they do in game mode. So, anyway, I will adjust. See, there's the flicky sequence. No, it just changed on me. Anyway, if I need, I will add in some more non-ghosting LEDs. So, pretty simple little fix. Probably most people wouldn't notice, especially if it doesn't happen during gameplay. Okay, so also, as you can see, I've been working on the pop bumpers. Now that I have a different angle, I can see that, like, they were really filthy, but I can see I still got a little work to do. I was on the other side of the machine cleaning them. Now that I'm on this side, I can see they could use a little bit more love. Got this guy removed. He was the one with the bad skirt. I think I'm gonna just try and get away with changing only this skirt, and I think I'm gonna change the body while I'm there, because why not? But yeah, so working on pop bumpers. Oh, I also busted out the old toilet brush and cleaned up my toilet and area around it. It was black, so it is way better now. I am completely content with that. I thought maybe I was going to have to remove it, and I may still if I need to rebuild it, but the hanky's working. Up, down, lids going up and down, hanky's going up and down, toilet seats going up and down. So I've read about people having lots of problems with this. No surprise, but so far mine is okay. I have also vacuumed the cabinet. It was I stuck my magnet through there first. I didn't pull up a single thing. I thought for sure I'd find something metal. So I also learned that there are a couple like wire springs that go on either side of Kenny. I think it's just to protect Kenny from kind of bashing onto the optos that pop up right there. But I didn't find any of those springs. They're long gone. I think most people, it sounds like, they were missing. But I did find them at Marco for, I think, maybe $5 each or something. But the guy that's sending me the reproduction plastic here is also sending me custom-made 3D printed opto protectors, so I won't need those springs. But I thought I might possibly have fished part of a broken spring out of the cabinet, but did not happen. What else? I made a little list so I don't forget everything. Oh, I guess the other thing is, I guess I should have done my research. I think I did brief on this actually while at Kevin's, that paid 55 US for this guy. I could have bought the whole friggin' set of 5 for 75 US. So I may still do that, and then, I don't know, hang on to that, or maybe see if Marco would accept a return. But yeah, so I also talked to I think, if I remember, Nathan Purdom. Am I saying that right? I don't know. Like I said, there's bought South Park plastics off 3 different guys. So I went ahead and talked to, I think it was Nathan, and he has this plastic, and I paid him for it. I wish I had waited 1 day, and then I would have saved paying shipping twice, because it's basically 20 US, which is $30 Canadian for the one plastic. So I've basically ordered this plastic, 4 plastics that I need that were broken, and some promo plastics. And all in now, I think I'm close to about $250, which could have bought a whole plastic set for that. Oh shit, there's another broken plastic. Oh my god, I got a message, buddy. Look, that's broken there too. I didn't even realize that. And I think I saw that he had this plastic. Uh-oh. I better hit pause. I better message him right away and see if his is any good. Yeah, I just sent him a message. It is Nathan Purdom, so shout out, and hopefully you get them a message before you send the package, because the plastic he has looks like it might be new old stock. It kind of looks like there's film on it, so that would be friggin' sweet if I could get that plastic in the package. Okay, so otherwise I have clean switches. The switches always get gunked up with previous person's waxing, so I always find crust, or maybe even Novus. on the switches for the slingshots. Yeah, see, there's a little bit on the back side of that one, but I don't care too much about that. There, wax. But those are nice and shiny and good to go. And I kind of have cleaned up the playfield a little smidge more, vacuumed it a couple more times. All in all, I think I am done with cleaning the playfield. I did bust out this light for the first time ever. I thought it would be a little more convenient. So I was like lying my trouble light on the playfield, and it just wasn't, keeps turning and spinning and not ever angling right. So I thought I'd bust out this that I bought for, like, you know, light for painting walls for my painter. But he doesn't really seem to use it, so I may as well. Okay, so I'm going to see if Nathan messaged me back and try and get that plastic en route. In the meanwhile, I'm going to put together this pop bumper. Here's the old body. Other than it being dirty, it's probably fine, but since I'm changing the skirt, I figure I might as well. And look at that. That one is just, must take the most beating, of course, on either side. The other one's not so much, so swap that out for some new stuff and should be good to go in that department. Okay, I don't know how well the camera's going to pick this up, but can you tell which of these bulbs is non-ghosting? I think it's pretty obvious. See how that's flickering? This is not. This is a non-ghosting. This is a non-ghosting. So, that is what is going on. I'm going to stick with non-ghosting, and I may change the other inserts too. Alright, so pop bumpers are all done. Cleaned up the spoons, cleaned the switches, adjusted the switches. See what they look like from here. Oh, I still have to install one more LED bulb. But pop bumpers I am calling done. Oh, now that I'm at a different angle, I can see a little bit more dirt. Always more dirt. Well, maybe I'll give them even more of a cleaning. And so I thought I would install the fluorescent switch. That was incorrect. And here's the old one. Skinny, dark green. New one, wide, fluorescent. So here's the little connector that was on there. Completely mangled. So I thought it would be good to put on a new one. But the only problem I was having is that it's too thick. It doesn't fit in this little slot. I mean, focus. I guess that little fin there, I could maybe break the fin off, but then it might not be good connection. So I just decided to hardwire the thing. Also, there was this bit of a mess here, so I just shrink tube that. Someone did that, and why, I don't know. But I did a little hardwireage. Just checking out my work. There's a good gap between there, so it should never short. And clean the hole a bit from the bottom side. I'm going to install this guy, and then that should be done. Yeah, so I figure that this switch should last thousands of games since it's brand new, so it's okay to just hardwire it. It's not my favorite solution, but it's the best one I thought of for now, so that is what it is going to be. Oh, and on a side note, I was just listening to Silver Bowl Chronicles with David Dennis and Ron Hallett. I listen to podcasts very often, mostly pinball ones, while I'm down here working away. And they were doing an episode on System 80B games, and we're talking about Ice Fever, and David Dennis said he knew of one that was available for sale in London, Ontario, and gave me a specific shout out, so that was pretty sweet. That Ice Fever is sold, and it is staying relatively local. I'd mentioned that in previous podcasts, but just for the update, it is going to Maple Pinball in Toronto. Let's slide my hand over. And I am going there on Saturday, and I said to Shane that I'm going to bring it for free because I'm going to be there. And he said, damn it, I don't have any room yet. So, Shane, get your poop together. You need to make space for this guy because it's been in my upstairs closet for too long now. So, anyway, re-shout out to David Dennis and Ron Hallett for just being awesome and putting on an awesome podcast of pinball history. Check it out. The Pinball Network, Silver Chronicle Balls. That's what it's called. Okay, the switch is now installed. I'm going to zip tie up this action here. That should be fine and dandy. Okay, and somehow I just also noticed this rogue wire here. What is this for? Violet turquoise? There's no other violet turquoise wires in this zone, is there? Oh, wait. Oh, this? Think that goes down to there? Oh, I wonder if that is possibly for that pop bumper. Okay, I'm going to have to do a little research on that, but that would... No, because this is violet turquoise. This is turquoise violet. Ugh, interesting. We'll have to figure that one out. All right, so had to tidy up a little bit of hackage going on this 3-bank here of targets. There was basically 2 or 3 sets of wires there just twisted together. Somebody is kind of like, see where I added shrink tube there? I think they just kind of like popped out the wire out of the connector, moved it down a bit. Maybe, I don't know why it was in 2 pieces, but why wire was cut. But, you know, they moved the wire down into the connector a little bit to get some fresh wire and fresh contact. So there was 2 or 3 spots that I had to fix up there. Zip tied it all together, tried to make it all neat and tidy. And that 3-bank is now good to go. So moving on. All right, I was just about to show what I've been up to in terms of LEDs and Cliffy posts, and none of the insert lights were working. And I remember running into this issue before that was kind of intermittent. So I threw it in lamp test. Sure enough, none of the insert lamps were working. So I went in behind here, wiggled some wires around, and voila, they're working. So whatever connector or connectors that are responsible for the insert lamps, I need to probably redo. So glad I kind of sorted out what that might be. So anyways, I have basically completely LED'd the machine. All the GI is now done. And the other thing I did was added my different colored Cliffy posts. I kind of just went with blue over there, white over there, and yellow over here. I could very well change my mind on the color scheme, but right now it's fine. I'm good with it. Those are on there pretty tight too, so if I need to remove them, it might be a bit of a pain, but I would if I felt like I wanted to change the color, because I've got lots of fun colors to choose from. I love stocking these things. Just adds a little extra flair for very little money. They're about maybe $1.50 each or something like that. So pop bumpers are all good. We've got lamps now, non-ghosting. They're all cleaned up. This is the new switch. Waiting for decals. And I'm on about page 5 of 28 on that Pinside club for South Park, and I think it's going to be beneficial. I need to vacuum again. Every time I work on the playfield, I stir up some more crust, so it all accumulates at the back. Anyway, I'm on page 5 of 28, and I feel like I'm learning lots of good stuff, and before I get too further ahead on putting stuff back together again, I want to read the other 20 pages, see if there's any cool tips or tricks or advice or just anything. There's lots to this game. Yeah, so anyway, I think that might be where I wrap up for the day. So we'll finish on this note, flushing the newly cleaned toilet. Alright, thanks for watching. Talk to you later.